good.
All right, you ready?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Real opinions.
No edits. This is the All Things Go podcast. I'm E.
I'm DJ Ashmo.
We got a special guest here today, man. Nigga shining, man. Nigga shining. Introduce yourself, bro.
Man, it's Mr. Stay True, Turn to 1 and Tour 2, man. And it's a pleasure to be here. It's a pleasure to be
We appreciate
here.
you for coming, bro.
Pleasure to be here.
We appreciate you for coming. Because you got a lot going on, man.
Yeah, definitely.
A lot going on.
Absolutely.
Young black brother, successful.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah, please,
talk to me.
Please let us know what you got going on for yourself. What do you do for yourself, and what's your brand?
So first and foremost, I like to consider myself a high level thinker. You know what I'm saying? I'm a founder and CEO of Trurelations, which is a business label.
Okay.
You know, so instead of me signing, rappers and singers, it's more so I partner and sign other entrepreneurs, and we collaborate on different business ventures. So essentially, it's a collaboration house full of entrepreneurs. So it's a label.
I like that.
So and through the label, like I teach entrepreneurship, financial literacy, and how to create generational wealth, how to, utilize that LLC, put it inside of a trust.
Okay.
So for the most part, I'm an investor, but I always say this: look, I'm a believer, then I'm an investor, right? Because I'm only going to invest into things I believe in. You know what I'm saying? So
how do you determine believing in things like, because I'm sure a lot of people probably come to you and, want to work with you. So how do you find those people you really want to work with?
Like I always say, I guess I gotta have a like for it. I'm a passionate person, so it'd be like it's more so it gotta like strike something in me, because I know once I'm attached to something, it's like I ain't half-stepping nothing. I'm going to fall out with the information, resources, and support. So to take whatever idea, to the next level. So for the most part, I just gotta like it. I gotta believe in it.
So like, where did you get your financial literacy from? That's the word, right? Literacy.
So I guess it was more so when I was hustling. When I was hustling, I was going through things, like real life situations. And, I had to make decisions, and I knew like once I made, and I call it economic suicide, like, and sometimes we commit those, like if you got shoes, if you buying shoes knowing that, first of the month coming, like, you know what I'm saying? So like when I was hustling, because before I even had a job, or even before hustling, because I always had a hustler, spirit. So like my mother used to give me $20 to do, chores or do whatever the case may be. I'd take 10, give it to my brother and say, mommy said do that. You know what I'm saying? So it was like I always was money managing and curating with the money. So it just evolved as I like got into the corporate world. You know what I'm saying?
The corporate world like a different level.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to see like how you even get to the corporate world and talking to these different people. Because niggas might see you be like, oh man, this nigga look like a hood nigga. He got a friend. I don't even know if I want to even let him in. You feel me? You know how the corporate people is like they. I mean, some of them down to earth once they get to know you, but when they just some people see you and try to, read the book. From the cover. You feel me? So
and that's why I say stay true. You know what I'm saying? Like stay true to those divine thoughts. Like I say, I've been a high level thinker. I've been engaged into like my divine thoughts. You know what I'm saying? I just was like in an environment where it was like there wasn't the proper information for that certain situation, so I had to put it to the back.
So you say divine, this nigga.
I know, I'm about to say we gotta get spiritual. Hold up.
Yeah.
So you in the chakras and all that shit too?
Hell yeah. I'm fully aware. I'm fully aware. I'm in tune. I'm in tune. You can say that.
Alright, bro. I don't know nothing about none of that shit. Maybe I can learn.
I want to say I'm a master, you know what I'm saying? But I could say like I'm aware of what's going on. Like, I'm my energy. You know what I'm saying? So I can say that for the most part.
Like not brainwashed. I feel like a lot of people be brainwashed in just the world and what we've seen and known for years. So just being woke. They call it woke, I guess.
Yeah, I guess, man.
You gotta open your third eye.
You feel me? I don't know, man.
It's okay. We gonna get there. So, building your relationships, that's what we just seen your page and we were just amazed by. First of all, your content. I do like your content. You have like your models and you have like good pictures and just creative, creative ways to market yourself. So how did you get into that? Is you or do you have like business partners that do that with you?
So like again, like so when I created Trurelations, if you look at the name, like I'm a name True, but you see the word relations, which stems from relationships.
Yes, I saw that. Yes.
So it's like it's about the relationships that we build. You know what I'm saying? I always say 1 + 1 = 3. So if you got a thing going on, I know I'm going to score regardless, and we kind of together, we're going to produce a third. Okay. So it's like when I was creating this business label, I was actually like creating it with a sense of connecting. Like I always say, I connect, I don't compete. So it's like I'm trying to figure out what your problem is so I can solve it through the collaboration house, whether it be creative director, because at the same time I'm solving their problem because they want to get paid from their work. You know what I'm saying? So essentially we just going on business ventures together, and like I just invested into like young creatives in the community already. So when you see the page, you won't even see me. Like you will see like all the creatives in there, work, young interns that's under the company. So it was just a platform to give us opportunities to like you know express ourselves. And
y'all did great doing it. I love the marketing and just like the videos and the graphic design, the photography. It's really great. And we see that you have some good connections. I saw you with the picture with the mayor. And who else I see? Oh, Nacho Bangers, you know,
shout out to my man, Denzi, man, good private man.
Yes.
But what make you like, you know, being a nigga, you know, nigga usually take your money, try to get behind a rapper and go that route. What made you go this route instead of saying, no, my little young guy, like, he doing it, I'm gonna put my shit behind, he gonna blow?
I mean, so, I was always a high level thinker. So like, me growing up, I grew up right here on Pennsylvania Avenue in like the Park Heights area. So it was like that West Baltimore. So it was like, I always was questioning like, yo, why my environment like this? And like, what the fuck is these laws, and what is all these invisible barriers, and like what the fuck the social security number is, and like what the fuck the police is. So it was like I always had questions. So I was like me just studying history and just studying like where we at right now. It was like we balling, like we in athletics, we winning in rap, we winning in like we winning in each industry. Like we got especially in Baltimore, but even on a global level, we got a lot of talent. But you know what we lack? We don't understand law, and we don't understand like economic suicides. You know what I'm saying? We don't know how to practice collective economics. We don't know about how bills turn into laws. We don't know how to have political power. So when you see me with Brandon Scott, like, yeah, we built political power. Like we got political ties. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And like how I did it was to be like unconventional but fundamental. You get what I'm saying?
Can you elaborate on that a little bit?
Because I say I know my target audience. Like I'm not talking to Tom, Tim. I'm talking to you right there on the corner. But I know that person has, because everyone has a genius. You know what I'm saying? Just somewhere along the way you lost the genius because you start conforming to like the world. You know what I'm saying? So,
nah, bro.
Like,
what?
Everybody don't got a genius, man.
For real, you don't think so?
No, it's niggas out here that's just dumb. Not just saying niggas like black people. It's just dumb people.
Hey, look, I'm gonna say this.
I must have something.
Yo,
I get what he's saying.
But for the word genius to even exist, there has to be the opposite of genius, you know?
Yeah, like light and dark.
Not a genius, like
I feel
stupid,
you.
dumb. Them terminologies.
You're trying to see the positive in everybody, man. Like, you know.
But I'm just saying, they exist.
You're right though.
No, I agree.
The yin to the yang. You feel me?
Yeah.
But on a serious note, I really, because it's a truth. Everyone has a genius. And they had a genius. So what I mean by that is genius is when your divine thoughts meets the supreme intelligence. So in order to tap into that genius, you gotta like.
I was gonna say, how you tap in?
You gotta be tapped into yourself.
Yeah, you gotta
I promise you all this shit about self.
So basically, you had like one of them Erykah Badu chicks turn you out, like how she did all them niggas she was dealing with. Like you seen what happened to Common, Andre 3000. They win Dashiki. You ever win the Dashiki?
That ain't even my fault.
I'm just asking, bro. I don't know, cause I know how it go. Like it go like that sometimes.
Nah, bro. I know for the most part.
How you getting to that though? Like with the energy, the chakras. Like you meditate?
Hell yeah.
Oh, for real?
I smoke my blunt and I meditate. That's self-care. Like, hell yeah.
All right.
So like,
self-care, it's real.
All right, so we're gonna go deep a little bit. I know anything goes, but we're gonna go deep a little bit. So like,
please.
All things go.
Okay. All things go. So I'm gonna say that and say like, because I was going through situations, right? And remember I told you since a jit, I've been a high level thinker. Like I don't know how I was. God just, thank God I had that thought pattern. So I say like I always understood like it was more. I just couldn't see. You know what I'm saying? See it, or I ain't had the information to like evolve. You get what I'm saying? Properly, or that transition, that healthy transition. But like I say like. I just start studying history, you know what I'm saying? Like study what was before me, what was around me, my relationship with the trees, you know, the trees give out oxygen, you know what I'm saying? I give it carbon dioxide, you know what I'm saying? It's a reciprocal relationships. I'm talking about that's how nitty and gritty I got with this.
When did your transition begin? Like when you felt like you were starting to get into that more and just make that, I know it's still a process, but like, when did you really see it? Because I know you were saying young, you just knew as far as the literacy, but
I say like because like that is a good question because like I always been like
what stage?
What was the thing? I say like because I always was conscious and aware of a thing. Even when I was like selling drugs or I was doing, it's like I knew better. But I always had an end goal. Like when I was on the block, I knew I was going to be doing this. I didn't know how it was going to happen, but I knew I was going to start investing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I just say, not on no cliche, but it's like literally when my son was born. Like when my son was born, it was like, oh, I got to think for me and him now.
Yeah,
you know
it's like no games.
And yeah, that's what really hit. Like, cause I started studying him. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Then that just kind of like just brought clarity and raise my awareness.
When you say when you was on a block, you always knew. Did you think at the same time like I know I'm going to jail, or I know I can die out this bitch? Like
yeah, but I accepted that though. That was the thing. See, that was like the fucked up. That's the fucked up part about like the streets, in a way, cause you just accept that like by 23 I'm gonna be dead. You know what I'm saying? Like we really like understand that. You know what I'm saying? I mean we hope for better, but it'd be like when you're in the streets, you don't. See, right now I'm living, I'm breathing, but like 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago, I was surviving, so I didn't even really like care. You get what I'm saying? Because I was just trying to survive. And you know, when you're in that survival state of mind, you're not thinking about like your morals compromise easy. You know what I'm saying? Because you're in a survival state of mind, your stomach hungry. Yes. So like that was I was hungry, so I ain't really. So
now you feel like you can chill now.
Yeah, like this the most vulnerable I'm doing podcasts. Like right now, it's like I'm still just taking it all in. You know what I'm saying? Like right now I'm on a media run, pressing media run. Like this the most vulnerable I've ever been in my whole life. You know what I'm saying?
Do you ever feel as though your history could like sneak back up on you? Like I'm doing so good, but I still gotta worry about shit I did in the past.
I say, a man with no vision is always gonna return to his past. So like I got vision, like some people got sight and then some people got vision. So like I see this shit clearly. Like I know too much to even go backwards. It's like, you know what I'm saying? I know way too much.
Keep it in the back. Yeah. We moving up. We moving up right now.
Okay. So how you start like the water and like getting distribution and all that?
Yeah. That looked amazing. I'm trying to try some water. He gotta get us some water because we're trying to get out the line over here and get our shots together.
Look,
Third eye.
I'm gonna make sure the set taken care of, like word. But to get into like your question, you know. So mind you, I told you I created the actual business label. The business label has over 200 young entrepreneurs, creators, moguls, athletes, so forth and so forth, right?
Yeah, I seen you sign some athletes to the water, right?
Yeah. Like we signed
college athletes.
We signed like 20 athletes across the nation.
That's big, bro.
Yes, shout out to that.
Let's clap for that, man. Come on, get this man a prop, man. Talking about
doing it.
That was major. Like, and my thing was, like I told you, I'm a believer. So I'm gonna invest into what I believe in. So like I played sports growing up. So that's why I was like, I felt as though it was
that's where it came from.
I felt as though it was like my obligation to teach them NIL. That's name and likeness. So like I teach them how to monetize their brand. Like you're an athlete, but like you can monetize your brand, like collaborate with other brands and funnel. So like my thing was like, how could I like. That's where the water company comes in there. So I was doing all these things. I was in the political world, political campaigns, helping bills, turning laws. I was actually a part of Lexington Market getting rebuilt.
Okay, yeah, we got to talk about that too.
I was one of the advocates down there. I was the only youth down there at the time. I was like 19 years old when we first started talking about that. Worked with the mayor's office, DC, Muriel Bowser, political campaigns, athletes, rappers. Worked with, I ain't gonna name drop, but I worked with a lot of, you know, artists in the city and a lot of influencers in the city. So I'm like,
you can name drop, yo, she'll pick them up.
I don't really want to name drop, but like even still, like I work with a lot of, like, I say the go-tos go-to. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really like front end, but like if you know, like,
yeah. So how do you get those connections? I don't mean to cut your whole. I know you're trying to answer the question, but like, how do you know? Because people. You got
so. What's the definition of an entrepreneur? And I'm an entrepreneur.
Okay. So we got.
So what's the definition of an entrepreneur, right? I say an entrepreneur is one who goes into the marketplace and solves a problem. So if you can't solve a problem, you can't be an entrepreneur. Yeah. So like my thing was, and it was like everybody was going through problems. So that's why I created a business label. You know what I'm saying? Because we provide business solutions.
So you found people's problems and
I solved them.
You solved them.
So like that's basically what it is, and it can come a conglomerate of ways. You might be lacking in branding and marketing. Yeah. I'm a marketing genius. Like I really know how to like brand and market anything. I can brand air if I wanted to.
How did you? So a lot of people go to school and stuff like that. So how did you get where did you get your knowledge with that?
Studying human behavior. So what's the study? So like economics, right? So I started studying money. So like. I went to school for economics.
Okay.
I went for like 2 semesters, but it was like I got so good at what I was doing, I was like, fuck school. And I got overwhelmed at the same time. But I started studying economics, and like what I learned through economics is like, it's not the study of money, it's the study of like human behavior. People. You know what I'm saying? Because
like psychology.
That's exactly what it is. Because that determines where the money go to. So the human behavior, the everyday patterns. So I started studying the patterns. And then I just knew myself. Like I know how I think. Like I ain't gotta figure it. Like cause that's why these major companies hire influencers, because they know how we think. You know what I'm saying? They intact with the community. So I was like, instead of me like attaching myself to like just any and everything, I'm like, why don't I just go right into the community and build us up and then partner with us? So that's how the water company came about. So COVID came about and like disconnected me from everything.
Yeah, I know. COVID.
I was on a run. Trurelations really paying my bills. I was fully out the streets. I was like happy. I was genuinely happy in my life for real. And like I was like peaceful. Man, COVID came, it was like the world stopped. And I was like, damn, like I can't connect with people no more. They trying to keep us separated. Like this is how I eat. You know what I'm saying? So that's how the water company came. You know, one day I was just chilling, smoking a blunt, and I was like, yo, how could I connect back with the people? And I was doing that for a couple of days straight. And I was like, what better way to connect back with the people than a universal connector, which is water? Because it's so flexible, and I can go into any industry and collaborate with people. So like, I literally went up, first I had a phone call. Mind you, I had my lawyer, his son, I got a good relationship with him.
Is he Jewish?
He's Jewish, yeah.
Okay, shout out to the Jewish lawyers.
Jewish kid. And he connected me with a spring that was in North Carolina, and it was a black-owned spring. But when I tasted that water was like 8.7, 8.8. And it was cool. And mind you, I've been teaching South Wealth and Health. You get what I'm saying? But when I tasted the water, I'm like, yo, this water.
When you get these numbers, that's like the pH?
Yeah, so so water has it's a scale, right?
Yeah, you just threw the numbers out there.
My bad.
I knew what he meant, but of course, other people may not.
Yeah, it comes from it's acid and alkaline, right? And my thing is, it's like when I tasted that water, right? Taste the water, I'm like, the water good, but it's not like it didn't taste like I say Fiji. It didn't give me that clean cut taste. I'm like, all right. I wound up going home. I was like, let me think about it, like see how we can like manifest this. Yeah. So on my drive home, I already connected with someone from Silver Springs, and they hit me. I got to Silver Springs, like on my way home from North Carolina. I didn't even go home. I stopped at Silver Springs, right to them. When I got to them, they basically like, I gave them my story and what I wanted to do. But they kind of like wanted equity in what I was doing once they heard my story. And I was like, nah, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I basically said, I shrugged my shoulder to it because I understood what I was doing, right?
How much they wanted?
They wanted to be 50-50 partners with me in order to use their spring. But they wasn't trying to give me equity within their spring, so that's what made me say no.
Oh, yeah.
It wasn't reciprocal. So I was like, okay. I would start going home. On my way home, the Jewish kid called me back. He called me back like...
But not to cut you off.
Talk to me.
What's the offer that, if they said it, that you might have accepted?
I just need equity. And I guess the percentages gotta make sense. I don't care about money.
What if they took 49, you had 50?
I need equity.
Oh, okay.
Like,
You still need,
I don't care about the money. Like, I don't, like, because I understand what money is. And I understand, like...
What is money?
It's fiat currency. Well, when we talk about the US dollar, that's fiat currency, which is backed by nothing. You know what I'm saying? So...
Well, it's backed by the army. I mean, technically, that's what they say. It's backed by the army.
Who is they?
The ones who print the money out. Because first it was gold, and then once all that shit was gone, they say the U.S. dollar is backed by the military.
So it's backed by the military. So that means we need war. So look,
we always got war.
So now look, that's a whole nother conversation. So that goes into like while I was studying history. So let's go on. Let's go back.
But that's a fact though. From the same books you about to say you referencing, that's a fact that this shit is backed by the military.
No, I'm gonna agree. I'm gonna agree.
I mean, you gotta agree, but yeah, I'm just saying.
I'm gonna say this though. Just hear me out.
Got you. Yeah.
So that's why I was talking about like history, right? Like understanding, like for one, a lot of people don't even understand what we operating in. Like they don't understand. Man, who got their phones right now? Can I just tell you, pull up something?
What's up?
What's the U.S. What's the definition of the? Just type in U.S. Federal Corporation, and you just tell me what.
Oh
that is.
yeah.
Like tell me what that is under law though. We talking about I study law. I deal with uniform commercial codes. So we ain't even gonna talk about just formal common language. Let's talk about like law. So like, is that a credible source? Cornell? That's credible, right? That's credible.
I would think so.
I believe so. You sure?
Yeah, let's go on there because I know that's credible. I just want to make sure I wasn't. So you read that to me. What's the United States?
United States means a federal corporation, a agency, department, commission, board, or other entity of the United States, or an instrumentality of the U.S.
But what the first one? Just the first definition though. A.
Federal corporation.
All right, that's what I was hitting to. So under law, the United States is a federal corporation. So if this is a federal corporation, then we got revise and reevaluate history again. That's why I tell you I was studying history. So
when it's good.
For sure though. So look, right? So now it's like, what was the first colony?
I don't know.
The first colony was Jamestown, Virginia. Look it up. Just type in London Stock Company of Virginia. So the first colony was in 1607, Jamestown, Virginia. But what is a colony? It's a commercial space that's owned by another nation, which at the time was London. But what that say? Oh my goodness, you quit. So what that say though? You read
Virginia Company of London
say that again. The Virginia what?
The Virginia Company of London was a joint stock company chartered by King James I in 1606 to establish a colony in North America.
I bet. So listen. It literally tells you it's a joint stock company. So when they came here and started these, because remember, and I'm a Choctaw Indian. I ain't even black. And I ain't even gonna get into that. Because sometimes it might go with people's heads, but let's focus on this.
Shit ain't curly enough, bro.
I'm a Choctaw Indian. You ain't see my son over there? You know what I'm saying? I'm kind of mixing let's say this though. So 1607, right? That's when the colony got started. Right, so from 1400 to 1607, you gotta understand what was transpiring. So now you gotta look at Andrew Jackson, George Washington. You gotta look at all them differently because now they're investors. You get what I'm saying? Matter of fact, George Washington just wasn't a politician; he was the general. You get what I'm saying? So we gotta understand, like when they came here, they was building colonies. They flipped that 1 and a 5, that 5 and a 10, that 10 and a 13. So can you type me United Colonies? Look, and then they came and they brought it together. Tell me what that is. Then it
United Colonies.
The United. That's what it was called before, with the United States. So
it's crazy how this don't pop up though on Google. Like I really have to type the whole thing in. Was named used by the second Continental Congress for the Emerging Nation comprising the 13 colonies in 1775 and 1776.
So look, it took them damn near 300 years to create this thing. You get what I'm saying? So they was built in the corporate entities. So when they created the 13 colonies, they said, okay, we're going to unite. You get what I'm saying? We're going to be united. We ain't going to be separate no more because we don't even want to be, it's like, we don't want to be under the queen no more. So that's when taxation for representation happened. Remember when the Boston Tea Party Act, when she came over here trying to collect and they tried to give her the greenbacks, and I just told you it's fiat currency, that's why she didn't want it. She wanted the gold. You know what I'm saying? Because they was using that as the actual let's say the money exchange or the transaction. They was using the greenbacks. So when she came and tried to collect the gold, that's where because you had ambitionists and colonists talking about like we not with that no more, like that shit over there, we over here now, like we want freedom.
Want their gold.
Right, but the people over here wanted freedom. They ain't want to be with the crown no more. So that's called unhonorable commerce because that was a business. You get what I'm saying? So that's what sparked the American Revolution. You know what I'm saying?
Man, we gotta go to history class. We gotta go back.
Get some information, boy.
Look, you gotta start a history class on the weekends first.
I got a program called Truth University.
Okay.
It's called Truth University, and I'm teaching you the truth about these things. It's sponsored by my water company, True Outline. You know what I'm saying?
I love it.
So I'm gonna go to HBCUs and teach them what I'm talking about right now.
That's dope. Yes. Yes.
So how did you find the different athletes? Like, did you hand pick out the athletes that you wanted to sign, like, to the water company?
No, so we got so we have a shout out to Champ Powell, entertainment marketing specialist, like 23 years old. He's a genius. But he handles basically all our the athletic department. He came up with the NIL program. He chooses the athletes.
So do the athlete gotta be nice?
You gotta be the truth. You mean?
I don't know. You might have like a big boy. Like I don't know. You know how some are. All right, but they gotta be nice.
Yeah, you gotta be the truth.
It gotta match the brand of truth.
You gotta it's like if I was in the 70s or 60s, it'd be Muhammad Ali. He was talking the truth. He was talking that. So you gotta be the epitome of what I'm talking about.
So would y'all drop somebody? Like if their numbers went down, like if they was the truth and they fell off, like a Jeremy Lin?
I mean, we got we got contracts, so it's more so incentive based. Okay, so we don't just set up.
Basically, it's based on what you do on the court.
So you got to perform. So it's already in your contract to perform. That's how we keep. For one, that's how we make sure our athlete is growing on the court. But then, like, we got daily consultations with me, Champa, so you can grow off the court, whether it's information, resource support, mental health, like, you know what I'm saying? So, the NIL program is really special because it allowed us to, like, navigate through the athletic world, but also touch collegiate athletes that's going to the NFL or high school that's going to college. So we just help them navigate through the process.
Okay. That's dope.
Do y'all got like one athlete who's probably like y'all top athlete
right now?
Yeah.
It's this. Well, I say two. So it's this kid. Her name is Aubrey Singletary. Her father's name Evan Singletary. He's a Baltimore legend. But his daughter, man, like she's like every time I go to her page, she's hitting a game-winning shot. Like, so I know she's going to the WNBA. Like, I'm calling this 20 years before. She's only like 8. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
She gets busy. Like, she don't even be playing in Baltimore most of the time. I be trying to make her games. Every time I talk to her people, it's like, she in Pennsylvania, she's here. So she definitely get active, and she monetizes from her brand through the NIL program. So
that's lit.
That is lit.
And then we got Jasmine Dickey. So Jasmine Dickey is actually in the WNBA. So she's a truth athlete.
Okay.
I think she's going overseas next year. But yeah, Jasmine Dickey, she plays for Dallas Wings.
Okay.
Yeah, shout out to Jazz.
Hey Jazz.
Shout out to the women being the top that he talking about. Dang,
yeah, definitely the women, they carrying the load right now, like for sure. They definitely balling.
That's what's up. That just makes me happy. I love helping kids and just, Then 8, wow.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, man. I'm still like taking it in, like just me actually like being a part of like process. Cause you understand, I guess understanding where I come from, and then just like, cause like this, even all of this feels surreal. Like everything, even right now, like even though everything feels surreal, I'm just still taking it in. Cause like I could be anywhere, especially having the thoughts I was having at the teenager, and then, cause like that's why I always say, like that's why I say stay true. Like I always be like, that's why I always thank myself. You know what I'm saying? Like because I could have easily been influenced by like my best friend. You know what I'm saying? But he's still in the streets. But that's my best friend.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? And me just being transparent.
So you ain't try to bring him in?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
You don't accept
Hell
it.
yeah. I mean, everybody grows at their own divine pace. And that's what I understand what Jay-Z was talking about. Like, when he retired that whole Rockefeller, like, when, you understand, like, Jay-Z went through a process. Like, he's noticed certain things when that Dipset happened and, you know, and all Rough Riders, it was a whole bunch of commotion. What he did was he stepped back and was like, I'm retiring this. Like, I'm a retired Rockefeller. And I'm going to start Rock Nation. Because he wanted to do real business.
So
you know what I'm saying?
Basically you saying your best friend is Dame Dash?
Nah, because I'm not. I say like because I say this, like I say if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, take your people. And like, and I always say direction is more important than speed. So it's like my goal is to connect us. So like whenever because every man goes through their own divine journey. I can't force him to be like.
But you never heard the saying everybody can't go?
Everybody can't go.
Okay.
Everybody can't. No, that's a real saying. Everybody can't go. And I know just with that particular relationship, like I know like I'm kind of like a mentor to him. You know what I'm saying? And that's just off the love. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, if he's still in the streets, you're not doing the best job right now.
Well, I would say like I'm a great mentor, but at the end of the day, you know, everyone makes their own decisions. I just give you the.
Take the
I'm true. Well, nah, just make sure people got the information though. You know what I'm saying? My mother taught me hella shit, and then I ain't do it. So that makes her a bad mom. You know what I'm saying? So I guess that's what that is. I'm doing my responsibility. It's a quote that say if you provide for your brother so he don't sin. So as long as I'm like being that force so he don't sin, he might still sin. But as long as I did my job as a brother, you know what I'm saying?
Part.
Yeah, that's all that really matter for real. As long as I'm doing my part and I was honorable.
Okay.
Young fly nigga. How you keep them all for you, bro?
Yeah, he had me yo.
Well, I don't know. You might got a lady or something. I ain't no disrespect to his lady at home or whatnot. You feel me?
I'm bringing it.
If you got one, I don't know. He answered the question.
Yeah, he taking a little while.
Yeah. I mean, I know I'm focused. You know what I'm saying? I'm very, very intentional. So we got a nonprofit, right? And so now we talking about family, right?
Go ahead. He good. Go ahead.
So we got a nonprofit called the Family Incorporated, right? And through this nonprofit, I teach you how to incorporate your family into whatever you're doing. So, you know, say two people get together, you go through your emotions, and then y'all be like, okay, I'm finally ready to settle down. I just told you the U.S. is a federal corporation. You know, when you get married, what you need them L's. That mean you participate in commerce. Anytime you got a license, you participate in commerce. When Jay-Z married Beyonce, what happened? They became billionaires because their assets came together. So like I teach people how to like create generational wealth, and you can't create generational wealth if you ain't got family. So that's why I called it the Family Incorporated. Okay. So we incorporate your family, or you incorporate your family within your skill. You might come up with another business venture, but it's higher on your family. So you take that person seriously now, right? Okay, the next level is like, I say if it was me as a man, what I go do, like once we locked in, I propose to her. But it's a life proposal, business proposal, but it's like, cause that's my partner, and the wrong partner is a bad investment. You know what I'm saying? So she my partner in life. So when I propose to her, I'm gonna propose the life proposal, and it's up to her to say, yes, I like this, cause all I'm gonna do is say like. So
life proposal is more like a contract. It's not a marriage.
Yeah, it is a marriage, cause you're married in life.
Oh, so you saying
marriage is a contract?
Yeah, but I'm saying, are you trying to make it a different contract?
No, I'm proposing it to her.
Okay, but you saying let's not get married. Let's have a life proposal. Will you life proposal me?
No, I'm saying get married. Because how we gonna?
So you gonna get on the knee and say, will you marry me, or you saying, will you life proposal me?
I mean, like me personally, I'm a very like Cause I do either or. Me personally, like for my woman, as however whatever pleases her. Cause I know I'm not trying to please the public. You know what I'm saying? Whatever makes her happy. Like if she want that traditional way, like it's whatever that make her happy. But I guess like my thing is, it's like that's not important to me. You know what I'm saying? Like it might be big for her. You know what I'm saying? But my thing is make sure I honor the vows, which is the terms in the contract. You know what I'm saying? So look, let me go back
Death
to it.
Do Us Part.
Death Do Us Part. Okay. You know what I'm saying? But like I'm saying that to say like, okay, when we create that, like when I create that proposal and I propose that to you, she's gonna say yes like, or no.
In a proposal, you want to put different things in it, like I want other women, like I want threesomes.
If that's how you want to run your marriage though, like yo, you really can. I promise you can do whatever you want to as long as you telling the truth and you like can take care of it. I promise you.
Yeah, you is the truth.
You can carry it however. You just gotta be honorable. But like, I think like, and if we was like, cause I felt like you was going to like that polygamy realm, and it's like, me personally, like I don't.
You don't believe in polygamy?
Yeah, I believe in polygamy, but
well,
I don't
want to because of your heritage. You know, you polygamy. 90% Indian.
Polygamy is by nature. Like I want people to understand that. Listen, people already practice a polygamy without them even knowing it. Like when people going around cheating, they practice a polygamy. They just not being honorable to the contract, which is remember the only word is bond. Only bond is word. So like once you cheat in that word, that's when you're not. You still practice a polygamy, but you just cheating it, or you trying to be sneaky about it. But everybody, I promise you, people is practicing polygamy.
So are you currently practicing polygamy?
I'm currently like focused on myself. I'm focused on myself, bro. Like I ain't really like. Don't get me wrong. Like I didn't date it and had I didn't have situations with multiple women. You know what I'm saying? And I done had situations where it was just me and my woman, like just exclusive. So it's like I got a chance to experience them. Like I really was in a 2-woman relationship, and I can honestly say that's not for me right now.
Like 2 women, like they knew about each other?
Yeah, okay. And I was young.
Then that's not for you right now.
Not right now, nah, because one woman with her emotions is enough for me. Cause that's already like I'm too busy to like, you know what I'm saying? Like
now were these women black women?
Yeah.
Okay.
And they was already in a relationship though. They was already in a relationship.
Hold up.
Like
they was in a relationship together.
Together, yeah.
Oh, all right. I thought
and then I was messing with one. Then.
They brought you in.
Yeah, they brought me in. Okay. I didn't look. I ain't handle it right though, cause I was a kid. I was only like 19, 20, and I'm thinking I got 2 bitches instead of thinking I got 2 partners, and we could have really man. I ain't gonna lie. If I knew what I knew now,
you could swing.
Tightened up.
I just swing back.
Yeah, but I don't want to though. Like that's not.
Because now that you old, you like, yeah, they was cool, but I can get some better bitches.
Bro, no, it's more so like I guess it's more so like.
Go ahead.
No, like I guess like I ain't gonna lie, like just the man in me, like we think about it, we fantasize it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody like got the right to do that, but it's like, yo, how, like I told you, I'm incorporating my family to how I want to do a thing, and how I'm gonna run my family. Since beyond that, it's like I got these businesses, which is assets. You get what I'm saying? I'm gonna go create this trust. That trust, I'm gonna be the executor. My girl gonna be the trustee, and whatever we create is the beneficiaries, and we call them trust fund babies. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Like, but I don't need extra people that's gonna like fuck up my motion. Like that's too many hands in the pot. So it's like I know me specifically what makes sense for my life and my love. Like I ain't really, you know what I'm saying? I'm cool. Like I'm cool. Like I like how my life set up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Cause I see this shit. Like I got a vision for like my son, my girl, like the rest of my family. Like, oh, so let me go back into it. So like when we create that trust, she becomes the trustee. My kids become the beneficiaries. I become the executor, right? Mm-hmm. And then like when that trust is activated, and mind you, a trust is outside of the U.S. jurisdiction, and because a trust is instructions, like a will. Like it'll basically say like, when my son turns, it might be Johnny turns 18, he got to graduate high school.
Basically, that's gonna make you the bank.
It makes me the CEO of my family. Because we got to know how to, I ain't gonna lie, we don't even know how to run our households for real. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you got to know how to run your household. Like I know, I'm not, because like your kids don't come from you, they come through you. So my job is not to like tell my kid, what to think, it's tell him how to think. But I'm just going to give him the Like a father takes you further. So I'm just gonna give him the information, resources, and support, and have a structure. He can do whatever you want to do. You know what I'm saying? But because he has a foundation, and he has, and the thing is, we don't be having things to look for in our community, look forward to in our community. Shit, when you know you got that trust set up, you gonna do right. I'm telling you, because you like 18, I'm gonna do this, 21, I'm gonna do this.
Oh, so you plan on telling them about the trust?
Of course, because it's our family business, and don't tell nobody about our family business. You say how the Godfather set up.
As a young guy, you know you got that money coming, you get a certain age, you gonna tell you a couple home, yo, I'm getting that motherfucking Benz like when I turn such and stuff. I mean, I'm keeping it real, man. Like, come on, you shake your head about it. Like,
we already do that regardless, though. We do that regardless. Like, even if your people, I know I ain't had trust. I said I'm gonna get that. Like, I ain't had no trust. Like, so we talk shit regardless. Like, that's just regardless. You know what I'm saying? Because remember, I went to school for psychology. We social by nature. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna be social with our peers. You know what I'm saying? It's just a friendly type.
We might need to do a part 2, bro. Talk all day with this thing.
Nah, for sure though, for sure.
But shit, is there anything you want to say to close us out?
The information.
Man,
so everybody would follow you, all that.
Yeah, man. _1True, all platforms. Again, like I say, stay true, turn a 1 into a 2. You know what I'm saying? Keep building, keep evolving. And I'm signing out.
All right. On that note, it's been another episode of All Things Go Podcast, man. Appreciate you for coming.
Yes.